What up, guys? Roy here. We're gonna do another Relentless Roy's Intuitive Tarot. Get another show for you today, folks. I hope that you are strapped in and ready to roll, because this is gonna be a good message, right? Right. Yes. As always, we want to thank God, right? I thank Jesus Christ, and I also thank the Holy Spirit, and we thank the archangels, the ascended masters, our ancestors, and I thank my past loved ones with peace, love, and light. That is why we are here, and that is what this battle is all about. In terms, let's just say in terms of energy, put that sentence that I just said, but instead of people, places, and things, insert energy. Good energy, bad energy, crazy, cool, calm, those kind of energies. So in a sense, it's our soul, right? It's the spirit within us that is controlling, I hope you get what I'm saying, right? Anyway, enough of that. Welcome to another episode of Relentless Roy's Intuitive Tarot. Again, I'm so glad that you're here. I already thank God and all, so on and so forth. Let's ask Spirit. Spirit, hey, Spirit, you with us today? Oh, you know what? He just said, without pissing off anybody, to ring the bell. Uh-oh. That was an easy one, right? Whoa. What are they doing? Yeah, she don't even talk to me. Oh, shoot, I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. I rang that bell and it made me think of something. Oh, God, forgive me, guys. Feels like it's been like a day. Has it been like a day, or it's been forever? Something like that, right? Spirit, are you here today? Twisted, you need a guardian. So what is doing that doing? Sorry, I'm talking to myself again, guys. I'm trying to just figure the best way to give the deck a good shuffle. It's like, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of, you can stack them, you can open, just got confirmation. You can like stack them, play 52 pickup, like whatever. But without, like, I try to do a natural, call it natural shuffle, right? Where we have equal amounts of, cards that are upright, cards that are in reverse, and so on and so forth. So, that the cards come out equally, correct. That's what the big deal with the shuffling is, right? How do you, if you shuffle the deck up, down, left, right, right? There's no excuse, right? You can't say, "Oh, that's a weird deck." You know, no, the proof is the deck's been shuffled up, down, left, right. You know, how else do you think I'm reading these cards? What is it again? Oh, that's right. It's energy. How do you know how to read energy? Because I am energy, right? So, just another talking point that I like to bring up, that yes, we are people, we live in a place, and there's things, right? But there's more to you and I than just, face value. We have energy, we have spirit, we have power. So give credit when credit's due. Duh. Someday never comes. Anyway, I won't hold my breath. Thanks, guys. Okay, Spirit, please. I know you're here. Yet again, we have another intuitive tarot card read from Relentless Roy's Intuitive Tarot. And Spirit, please, if you have time and you're willing to come here and to guide us and tell us what we need to know, the energy of the up, down, left, right, the who, what, when, where, how, and why, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, okay? And what I forget, as above, so below. As within, so without, right? Okay, so spirits, we're in tune. Let's see what we got, guys. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, as above, so below, as within, so without, come through, please. Peace of mind. Spirit's got a message for us today, folks. Here on Relentless Roy's Intuitive Tarot. Oh, let me fix the chair. Confirmation. Hey, I can see you. Jeez, I can finally see you now, huh? Who sets up your camera angle? Jeez, man. I need a camera guy. I need a cameraman to be able to, so I can watch I'll do the cards and I have a cameraman that's like, in charge. Right? Knight of Wands in reverse. I think you can see that. You know what that is. Knight of Wands in reverse. Whoa, Rutrow. It's death. Rutrow, right? Shoot. Knight of Wands in reverse. Death. And then a Queen of Swords. Jeez, you guys feel. Whoa. This is some scary stuff, man. The Knight of Wands reverse. Gee whiz, dude. Yeah? So, Knight of Wands reverse, fire sign, the death card. So, this is somebody who is accepting their fate. And then we have a Queen of Swords that's not paying attention. Their back is to all of. So, the posture of the Queen of Swords here, air sign, Libra, their back is turned to the Knight of Wands in reverse and the death card. So somebody to me is like they're coming to terms. Like I almost feel like they finally come to terms, but like they're still putting on a show. Or like that, you know what I mean? Like we ran the race, but they continue to do laps. You know what I mean? They're just tiring themselves out because they They're just on this. Think of it like as a conveyor belt. You know what I mean? Like they're not actually with death here. Might put an end to that cycle. To that repeated mistakes, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Right? You're on that conveyor belt of life. Of just like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, burnt my hand on the stove. Week goes by, oh, burnt my hand on the stove. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to put it in terms so you guys understand. Somebody wants to make do, and the other person doesn't care. Okay? Why is it? Spirit's not playing. Spirit says, the Knight of Swords. Ooh. We got a Queen of Swords and we got a Knight of Swords. We got the Hangman reverse. Yeah, the Hangman is in reverse, if that makes sense. Think about it. Booyah. Ooh. These guys are pretty heavy. Sometimes it's too heavy. The Emperor. And the World in reverse. Imagine that. Hold on a second. I gotta pause it. I'll be right. 11:41 on the timer. Okay, back at it. Wow. So we have a Knight of Swords here. And then we have, check it out. The Knight of Swords is going full speed at the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Hangman reverse. That's Pisces energy. The Emperor. And then the World reverse. It almost looks like there's a battle inside a family where it's divided. I'm looking at karmic energy, right? This is, in my opinion, when I see this Knight of Wands in reverse, it reminds me of a fire sign, right? But with the Knight of Wands in reverse, is like they're only out for it to get what they want. They're in it for themselves. That's it. Nobody else. Death. So they're trying to come to terms with their lifestyle. Knight of Wands reverse. Queen of Swords doesn't want anything to do with it. Huh. Wow. So, right. So, again, back to what I was saying, the Knight of Wands in reverse, death, Queen of Sword. So, I'm going to say that this person, right, because these cards are going to define this Queen of Sword, is the Knight of Wands has hit the end. And now they have to go from the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Swords. It's kind of like the polarity, the similarities to these comic people are so, the stereotype and their characteristics, they like, if you would like think of like a ping pong ball, just bounce it off these people. The amount of like ridiculousness. You know what I mean? Like, these are people that are all negative, right? Think of they all have dead batteries. So when they all come together, right? Every battery has a little bit of charge, So when all their dead batteries, they all come together. It's kind of like a flock mentality. Not to go too deep, but when they all come together, then they generate heat and they generate energy, and they by like using all of the people as a whole, they kind of like suck the life, and whoever's in the middle benefits, kind of like a pyramid scheme type thing. Anyway, enough of that. The Queen of Swords, this is so funny, right, is looking at the Knight of Swords, the Hangman reverse, and the Emperor, right? Like, I'm not going to deal with you guys any longer. You know what I mean? Like, you ruined my life. My life is ruined because of you guys. There's a Knight of Swords here that's like, yeah, well, you did it anyway. And I got dirt. This is like a blackmail scheme. The Hangman reverse, Pisces energy, is trying to sit there looking pretty, but the energy off this card is like they woke up. They're like, wow. They had an epiphany. Right? You got the Knight of Swords is like a little brother. You got the Hangman. This is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody has put a divide. The Knight of Wands has come to terms. It is now the Queen of Swords fighting against the Knight of Swords and the Hangman. This is Pisces. Knight of Swords, that would be like what? Aquarius or Libra, right? And then we have the Hangman reverse. This is Pisces energy. And then you have the Emperor, Aries. I'm telling you, Libra, Pisces, Aries. And Aries is the Emperor, is the old man. So you got like a father and a daughter and a son. Okay? And the father is an Aries. We don't know if it's a stepdad. It could be a stepdad. It could be an emperor. You know what I mean? It could be, it's somebody a part of this. The last card was what I'm getting at, is the World Reverse. Nobody wants to mess around with this Aries, this Pisces, or this Knight of Swords. It's a Libra anymore. It's in reverse. It's like, no, you guys are like out of control. All of them against the Queen of Swords, the Death card, Queen of Swords. So to me, it's like if this Queen of Swords steps up, it's a fire sign, Knight of Wands in reverse. The old self, death. New self is the Queen of Swords. Follow. If this person, it's a fire sign that has finally felt some justice or whatever this is, right? Found some grace, maybe. All they have to do is stick up for themselves and not play this game with this family. Like, they're going to throw salt on you. They're going to pick on you. They're going to fight with you. They're going to try to hurt you. But you look at them and say, F this and F that, because, you draw a line in the sand. Okay? And these guys are playing, like, innocent. The whole time. And you got this Emperor here is in control of the Hangman reverse and this Knight of Swords. Right? So this is the guy, this Aries is calling the shots, is calling up the Pisces, right? And saying, hey, like, either come over, we're hanging out, or like it goes like, because they're lined up 1, 2, 3. The Emperor is calling the Hangman reverse, saying, all right, stick to the story. And then the Hangman reverse is calling the Knight of Swords and saying, all right, go out and, like, attack, go out and fight, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, there's some kind of like there's like a leadership role here where you got the guy on the street causing problems, the middleman, the hangman. It's funny, the middleman, the hangman, it's the same thing, right? They're the ones calling the shots on, they're the ones like giving out the orders. And then you have the Emperor, who's the boss, that's saying, like, they go, yeah, do it. No, don't. Right? You know what I'm saying? Libra, Pisces, Aries. The World Reverse. Nobody wants them. Nobody likes them. Da 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 da. Okay? If you know, you know. right? King of Swords wanted to spin. It didn't because I stopped it. Wanted to. We fight every day against the principalities of darkness, you know? You just don't realize it. What up, Spirit? It's sad. You got an Emperor, a Hangman reverse, and a Knight of Swords. Like, is this like what? What is it? It's like a father and the two kids. It's really, it's like a mental capacity. How like I can just see it where it's like we're reliving the days of our lives over and over. You know, like the world they live in is not reality. They're like enemies, right? Or like these are the people, right? Death is here and the world reverse that work against us collective. But now they're having a battle with each other because they like couldn't figure it out. Like that you don't mess with the chosen ones and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if God has a mission or like there's a reason why you don't hurt innocent people or God will handle the person. It's not your control to like try to take somebody out. When you start doing stuff like that, now you're messing with spiritual law and moral code, you know like the law, the legal, you know what I mean? Like you have the law that states that you can't hurt, harm, or injure said person, right? But then you have like a spirit, like your conscience, is if that's where you want to use that term, will tell you, no, I don't want to harm somebody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to be peaceful and nice and save the fucking save the bees, whatever, right? Anyway, I digress. Spirit, you picking up what I'm laying down? Whoa. Whoa. Well, tell us more, Spirit, please. Look at that. You ask, you shall receive. Thank you, Spirit. I love you, man, so much. Right of Cups in reverse. Look out. That's dangerous. And then you get the Three of Swords in reverse. Wow. So we have a King of Swords in reverse. Right, so this is somebody who has power. Somebody who has even authority, but they're in the reverse, right? So they're immature, right? They don't. It's an air sign, Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? It's Gemini. They're in the reverse to the Knight of Cups. Wow. Yeah, so this is somebody who's caught. This is another pattern of this. All this energy, these people are just repeating it's like they're abusing themselves by continuing to live like this. They're hurt. Like they go and they hook up, do bad things, right, and then try to like live. Then they go to like to their job and act like everything's cool. You know what I mean? Like this is some serious. These people are fighting each other because of what they do behind the scenes, almost. You know, it's weird because it's like they're not fighting for a cause. They're fighting because they're like blaming each other. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not. They're not fighting each other, good versus evil. This is evil versus evil, and who is the evilist or the eviler, right? Who can get away with double crossing, lying, cheating, and stealing, right? Who could do that better? That's what they're fighting over, pretty much. Who's the baddest of them all, right? That's what these fools is fighting over. Look at that spirit saying, yes, sir. Who is it? Who are they fighting about? Spirit, you just saw that, man. They're fighting about you, collective. They're fighting about me. Because we the star. Spirit, thank you, brother. You've been really nice to me today. Freaking love you, man. Spirit don't play. You gotta see these cards, man, when they stop flying, yo. Gee whiz. Okay, so Spirit's telling us, thank you, Holy Spirit, thank you, Holy Angels. 6 of Cups. Wow. This is killing me. The Empress. Wow. So this message is resonating with me hardcore because again, like I said, this group of people here, the Aries, the Pisces, and the Libra, they go around destroying people's lives. It's kind of weird, like they use people for whatever they can, and then they just like they leave them for dead. At the end of the, you know what I mean? Like if you had to ask yourself, what is this all about? It's about the star. Spirit saying the star. So the Knight of Swords wants to fight the star, or there's like a battle between the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the star here. The Queen of Swords fell on her own sword, and the Knight of Swords can't touch the star. If you follow what I'm saying, the Knight of Swords doesn't have authority to touch the star. It doesn't work that way. They have to go through this king. So the King of Swords, yeah, we have some kind of like these people are like working together, but they're also like they have dinner together or something like that. They're like it's an all everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, like they it's, you know what you call it, what's the term, is God, I have it premeditated, you know what I'm saying, like this is a crime family, you know what I'm saying, like this is, it's weird because these people are like working together to cause destruction. It's like it's completely insane. Having to do with the star. 6 of Cups, right? So when you were a child, back in the day, whatever, somebody saw that you were gifted. They said, wow, they're special. But what blows my mind is that we have an emperor here. How this resonates with me is the emperor, the hangman reverse, and the knight of swords. They're evil, right? So I have to just stick with that. And spirit hasn't been lying to me. The fire sign is caught up in their madness, but the knight of swords works with the king of swords in reverse. The knight of wands, because of their evil ways, death is here, and they fell on their own sword. Again, with the heart, with the three of swords in reverse, it's in reverse, it's not upright. They fell on their own sword because they messed around. They F-A and F-O. You dig? The hangman reverse knows who the star is since they were kids. Yeah. And they should have. It's funny because the emperor and the empress is here, but on their end, the world is in reverse. On the empress end, what is it, Spirit? You tell me. Tell me, Spirit, what the empress is. Please. Spirit's like, yo, just chill. 5, 6, 7, 8 of cups in reverse. Because you can't, one card doesn't give it enough credit. We're talking about the empress here. 8 of cups in reverse. As long as the empress is here, they're not going no place. If you understand what I'm saying. The empress is saying, I know what this is. This is some childhood fairy tale bull s, okay? Having to do with your family, having to do with your friends, having to do with their friends. Little crime syndicate, little crime family here. That what? They get their jollies off hurting people. Now they're fighting who's better than who. Well, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do this. That's how I see it, guys. 8 of Cups in reverse under the world. As long as the Empress just shows up. Literally, all the Empress has to do, and I shouldn't brag, but all the Empress has to do is just show up every day. Right? That's probably why they're trying to take you out, because you show up every day. That would be the reason. These three, Aries, Pisces, Libra, attacking one of their own buddies. Who's better than who works with an air sign, Aquarius or Gemini. That's a repetitive cycle. This fire sign messing around with his family's a repetitive cycle. This family just goes around and like destroys people. It's like really messed up. Ace of Cups, right? 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups. That's Spirit talking. I'm sorry, Spirit. And the Queen of Pentacles. So I cut Spirit off. Spirit, I apologize. It goes 8 of Cups reverse, Ace of Cups. Right? 8 of Cups reverse, Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Right? So Spirit's like, you show up, you stand 10 toes down, Spirit gives you the Ace of Cups. You receive blessings. All you have to do is show up, right? What do they say? Showing up's half the battle. You're at this point in life where you don't even have to like go and brawl. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, you'd show up and you didn't know if you were gonna like, you know, you went to a crazy show or an event, or you're hanging out with a rough crowd. You don't know if you're gonna get like somebody's gonna mollywop you, right? What's that word? Mollywop or slobber knocker? You don't know if it's gonna be a slobber knocker. Spirit saying, no, all you gotta do is show up. There's not gonna be no mollywops or slobber knockers. Nothing like that. Just show up and you will be blessed. Queen of Pentacles. That's the star. The Star Empress, Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Spirit's talking. These guys are in reverse. And the world is in reverse. And the Three of Swords is in reverse. That's their energy. You guys hear what I'm talking about? Most High, please have mercy on my soul. We praise and thank you, and we love you each and every day, Lord. Most High God. God, thank you. Glory be to God. Yeah. Out with the old, in with the new. So I was talking about one of the last reads where think of it like the senators and the politicians that have been in our government for 40 or 50 years, 60 years, some of them. Their whole entire life they've been in government, bossing us around, telling us what to do, making the rules, changing the rules, all of it. We want that gone because we're the next generation. That's what this is. And you need to step aside, move aside, and let the proper person take their throne. It's the proper person is the empress. I don't understand why, like, they want to hurt this star so bad. It's a lineup. I'm telling you, with this Emperor, the Hangman Reverse, and the Knight of Swords, it looks like the okay. Step into the lineup. Okay, face forward, hold the sign. Now we're gonna take your picture. It's a lineup, dude. The world is in reverse. They're caught. Something's up. It looks like they're kind of stuck too. Yeah. I was just telling somebody the other day this song is friggin' lame. I was just talking about the other day this song, Wonderwall. Goodness gracious. Oh shoot, look at it. I walked right out of the walked right off camera, took off. You guys had to wait. That's just crazy. You guys probably don't even know what I had to go. Wow, yeah. Creative Swords is gonna stand up for themselves. Oh boy. Against this crazy family. Wow. Yep. Three of Swords in reverse. Left somebody when you're at the dance, right? You got a date. You're at the dance, you got a date. You walk in, you're there together, you enjoy the whole thing. And at the end of the night, when you go to leave with your date, she's gone. That's what that Knight of Wands was. Like, you showed up to the party or the prom together, but at the end of the night, you walked home. by yourself. You went home by yourself. You didn't leave together. It's crazy. Page of Wands. Okay, after the Ace of Pentacles. Man, I left you guys hanging. I'm so sorry. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords here. And the Seven of Pentacles. Right, so Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Yeah. Right, so with the Eight of Wands being here, right, you got Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Eight of Swords. This is the cycle repeating over and over and over again. Somebody has to finally stop living that lifestyle. It's a five of Pentacles, but if they made the right choices, they could be in the seven. It's like while the world evolves, right? And when I say that, I don't mean like actually like the world revolves. I'm saying the people, when they start to come on, like actually unplug offline and connect with spirit. Unplug online, but connect with spirit. Hear what I'm saying? You unplug the internet, your cell phone, and your laptop, and your camera. Unplug from that and plug into the Most High Holy Spirit. That's what you must do. You have to. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Pay somebody, this Page of Wands, lusty, busty, right? To what? Eight of Swords. No, you can't do that. Why would you even think about doing that? Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's making money with the Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Somebody gets paid, and with the Page of Wands, that somebody has to go out and look pretty, right? They have a message or something, but they feel guilty about it. Someone gets paid to go out and have fun. If you know what I'm saying, they're embarrassed, they're ashamed. Yeah. Meanwhile, collective, you, me, whatever. Check it out, collective. We're sitting there like, yeah, we just planted a pumpkin patch. We just, you know what I mean? Whatever we decided to do with those pentacles is like, now we're just going to be like, yeah, we'll wait it out. Coffee. Let's have a cup of coffee, have a slice of pie, call it a day. Right? Seven of Pentacles. Right? Wow, you got people out here like, whoa, what the hell's going on behind the scenes, yo? Some wacky stuff going on behind the scenes. Like, you don't even want to know, guys. I'm telling you right now. This is some Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Eight of Swords. Somebody's embarrassed because they go out and they do the what to see, right? They do the what to see when no one's looking. They get paid to do the what to see. They get paid to do the what to see when no one's looking. If you get my drift. Stick with the story, Spirit said. Knock it off. Okay, I'm sorry. Shoot. Stick with the story. Uh-oh, sorry. I left you guys hanging too. That was so rude of me. I walked away. You guys are just like sitting there like, what the heck? Looks like the Eight of Wands wanted to come out. Eight of Wands. Yeah. So what the somebody wants to connect. This is somebody who wants to reach out. What? Somebody wants to contact you, or they're throwing either that or they're sending spell work. Oh boy. Look at that. Imagine that. You got Eight of Wands, right? You got the Two of Cups. And you got Judgment reversed. Judgment reversed. There's something seriously wrong here. Just gonna say. They're throwing. You got Eight of Wands to the Two of Cups. So people are like trying to make this happen. Sorry, I'm spacing out. Anyway, so Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, Judgment reverse. There's a lot. This is their last attempt to to make peace. These people, all this crazy stuff that they're doing, they're trying to attack the star. They get paid to go out and do the Watusi when no one's looking, working together with this corrupt family to hurt the star. They want to attack an empress. Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, Judgment reverse. You tell me what that is. It's dangerous. Judgment is reverse. It's not. Don't listen. You got Eight of Wands to the Two of Cups. The Judgment reverse. That spirit telling you don't listen to them. Don't listen to them because they're not here to help you. They're actually against you. And they want you to sign your own death warrant, basically. So Spirit says, Judgment reverse, don't do it. Period. Do not work with these people whatsoever. Look at that. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords reverse. What's that tell you? You took off the flag. My name is Roy. This is Relentless Roy's Intuitive Tarot. I thank God. I thank Jesus Christ. I thank the Holy Spirit. Every day. Thank you, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors. I thank my past loved ones in peace, love, and light. Continue to guide me and show mercy and have faith in me, please, each and every day. I love you guys. Be good. Stay out of trouble, right? Energy kind of just tells us what it is. Remember that. Energy. You know, energy. That's the read for tonight, guys. All right. Tonight. Peace out. Love y'all. Be good, right?